Hello and welcome to my video, lesson 4.1, about area with imperial units. So it's really the same thing with imperial or SI units, but there are three shapes that we generally will look at for area. There are rectangles in green, triangles in blue here, and finally in red we have a circle. So with a rectangle there are two important measurements, the width and the length. And so all that we need to know for that is that the area equals length times width. So we probably all can remember that. If you have a square, it'd be length times length or width times width. It would just be the two sides multiplying them together. And that gives you, basically you can think about it as all the literally the squares that are in inside your shape. So I could draw just a whole bunch of lines like this, and you're literally asking how many squares are there, right? So let's do a little bit better of an example. Let's say this width is 2 and the length is 10. Okay, so I'm going to just split this up in half, and then I'm going to split this up. Let's leave this up here. Width times length. And we need to have this in 10, so there you go, that's 5. Okay, it's not perfect, but you get the picture. Okay, so now literally, if we multiplied it, 2 times 10 is 20. But you could also count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And so you could do that if you wanted to and actually draw it out, unless there's a decimal, and that's why we have to know how to multiply. Okay, so let's move over to a triangle and notice something here. There's something special about a triangle because, let's use purple, because we can see that it's actually exactly half of a rectangle. So if we know it's exactly half the rectangle, if this were the width and this were the length, then it'd be length times width, right? But because it's exactly half, we know that it's actually going to be area equals length times width, or better yet, base times height divided by 2, or length times width divided by 2. All right, and that's still true if you use a different type of triangle. So, for example, if you use this type of triangle, it's still going to be the case. All that's happening here is you're having two separate rectangles going on. So, just to notice that it goes up the middle. So there's one on this side. Let's go like that. There you go. So there's two separate rectangles, and so this would be half of this side, and this would be half of this side. So it'd be multiplying this side and this side, which is the height and the width and the base. So hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. Okay. We are also going to look at a circle, and the area of a circle is just something at this point with the math that you guys know. It's just something you have to memorize, but I'm going to tell you that it does come from somewhere. Pi r squared. It has to do with integration and differentiation. Not that you guys need to know that, but it's a calculus thing. So that formula comes from the calculus. Doesn't matter. You just need to know that it gives you the area of the circle. Okay, so just a recap here. We have area equals width times length. Excuse me. Area equals base times height divided by 2, and area equals pi r squared. Okay, here we have a pretty good question. Excuse me. An exterior door needs to be painted. It is 7 feet tall and 3 feet wide. So that's in black. It has a semicircular window. That means half circle. Window cut out with a diameter of 2 feet. How much area needs to be painted? Okay, so there's 2 steps here. The first step is we need to find the area of the black part. So that's length times width. So when we do that, 3 times 7, and we get 21 feet squared. And then we need to get rid of the crescent shape. So we need to find the area of that. So area of that is pi r squared. And in this case, r is actually diameter divided by 2. Actually, it's always diameter divided by 2, but we're told that the diameter is 2. So 2 divided by 2 equals 1. So radius is 1. So pi 1 squared just equals pi. So 3.14 feet squared. Okay, so now what we're going to do is take our 21 feet from earlier, feet squared, minus 3.14 feet squared, and get to our answer. So let's just type that in. And we're going to get to 17.86 feet squared. And that's using the idea of a semicircle, the idea of changing from diameter to radius, and the idea of a rectangle all in one question. Alright, I hope this video helps you understand area with imperial units just a little bit better. Good luck!